Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 47 from Mirage Studios. Masks, part 2. This came out May 1992. And like the previous issue, it was illustrated and written by Michael Dooney, who also did the cover art. It was inked by Keith Aiken, and the lettering was done by Mary Kelleher. So yeah, this is just a continuation and actually the conclusion of the previous issue. So this isn't like a 3-part arc, it's actually just a 2-part arc. And so we take place exactly where we left off in the previous issue with the Turtles talking to, I called him Araga in the last video, but this isn't Araga. This is actually one of his men. This is Mito. He's the captain of the Ghost Eye Samurai. Araga is actually still back at his village or his kingdom or whatever you call it, and we'll get to him in a moment. So yeah, my mistake there. So this is Mito, and the Turtles are talking to him, and they're wondering where Rennet is, and Rennet is off in the distance, and Rennet decides to sneak off on her own. Why, I don't know. She just kind of explains that she has a hunch that she's supposed to go off by herself, and she does so. And so we have an argument between Mito and the Turtles, and eventually the Turtles were able to convince him to take him back, to take them back to where Araga is. They're able to convince him, like, hey, we're here to see your master and to help him. So yeah, he goes and takes him with him. And then with Rennet, we see her and she's camping out by herself when all of a sudden she hears a noise, and she turns around and there's Chote, and Chote captures her, and he's about to grab the scepter as well when she does this little chant, and the scepter disappears but says that it'll be back before too long. And Chote is upset that he once again failed. Like, he has the girl, but he doesn't have the scepter. And then, yeah, we cut back to the Turtles, and Mito shows the Turtles into the castle, and he basically has them wait. He's like, you have to wait here before you can see our master. I'll go see if you can talk to him. And so they wait. And we cut back to Chote, who's carrying Rennet, and he takes her to the village where his master is. And he approaches his master and tells the master, like, I brought the female. She was traveling alone. I was able to capture her, but I wasn't able to get the scepter. It vanished when I seized her. And the master's kind of pissed off at Chote. And then we cut back to the Turtles, who are sleeping. And eventually a guy shows up. He's like, all right, the master can see you now, but you can't bring your weapons or anything. So they see Araga, and they tell Araga that, we're here to help you. Tell us where this wizard is, this boss, like whoever is messing with your mind. Tell us where he's at, and we can go fight him. But before that can happen, Araga has another spell where once again he has like a mind attack, and he kind of collapses, and Mito takes him to the back for where he can relax. And then we cut again to Chote, who brings Rennet to his boss. The boss is he's glad. He's like, looks like you did something good. And the boss calls Rennet by her name. So she's kind of confused, like, who is this guy? How does he know me? And we don't find that out right now because we cut back to the Turtles, where the Turtles keep asking Mito to give the Turtles some men and tell them the location of the wizard so they can take him out. But Mito refuses. He's like, I can't do anything without the master's orders. The master's the only one that can tell us, what to do. But since the master, Araga, is still recovering, the Turtles are basically stuck here. And the days just keep passing. They're not able to do anything. So Raphael, he takes to training 2 of the samurai guys. And he basically spars with them on a daily basis. And they see him as their sensei. And eventually Raphael gets just like so pissed off. He's like, enough of this. Like, we can't just keep wasting our time waiting for the dude to show up. We have to convince Mito that we're here to help him. And like, if we don't, then Araga might be too far gone for us to do anything. So they go to bed, and later that night the Turtles wake up and they see that Raph is gone. And so they set out to go find him. And then we see Raph, and Raph is with his 2 proteges, and the 2 proteges show Raph where the boss was hidden at the evil wizard, and the village is burned down. And he's like, damn it, like, where would they go? And the two proteges are like, there are footprints heading in this direction. I think I know where they're going. They're going to a cave. So Raph writes down a message for his brothers, and then he follows after his proteges. And then we cut to the caves where we see Chote leading Rennet and his boss. And eventually the boss leaves for a while and tells Chote to watch the girl. And during this time, like, Rennet asks Chote, like, how could you, like, follow him? Like, he's evil. Why would you, like, follow his orders? And Chote says, like, I'm a samurai. Like, that's what's expected of me. What is, like, a better example of Bushido but to faithfully serve your master, whether he be righteous or evil? And yeah, we see Raphael, and Raphael is he's at the entrance of the cave with his two proteges, and then they go inside. And Chote, he's able to smell Raphael approaching, and he tells his boss, and his boss is like, all right, go and stop them. The scepter is probably going to show up at any moment now. I can't be interrupted. Do not fail me again. And so Chote goes off to go hunt down Raph and the two proteges. And then meanwhile, the other turtles have found the entrance to the cave, so they go in to try to find Raph as well. And Raph and his two proteges get ambushed by Chote, and we get a fight. And during the fight, the two proteges go in to help, but they get knocked out by Chote. And so now it's just Raph and Chote on their own, until eventually his brothers show up to help him as well. And his brothers are able to work together, and they beat up Chote and knock him out. And as this is going on, the scepter reappears again, and the evil wizard dude grabs it. That's when the turtles arrive, just as he grabs it, and he uses the power to blast them away. And he's like, it's been a long time, old friends, and he changes. And it turns out that I was actually right. It turns out that the evil wizard samurai boss dude was Savanti Romero. And it turns out that the Tales of the Ninja Turtles issue that I did, where they go into the prehistoric times and he gets blasted by like the bolts on top of the bone pillar, I guess that's actually considered canon, because they actually have a flashback to that, because they're like, I thought you died. And he's like, no, like, when the bolts hit me, the blast merged my magic with the energy that was released, and it kind of put me into suspended animation at the bottom of the lake. And I sat there for years and years, and I only woke up recently. And now I've come to basically get the scepter back and get my revenge and get out of here and stuff like that. And the turtles realize, oh no, like, it was because we went back into the past that all this is going on. So the whole issue with Araga and Hattori, it's all because of us. And of course, Savanti starts laughing about Savanti starts laughing about that. But before he can do anything, Rennet shows up, and Savanti blasts at Rennet, and she uses her metal brace to basically ricochet the blast back to him and sends him somewhere into time. And she has the scepter now. And she basically congratulates the turtles. She tells Chote, he was waking up, like, I sense that you're not an evil person, Chote. Your master is now gone. You're a free man. I can send you to a different time period. It might be a bit rough, but you can start a new life. And he's like, all right, sure, I'll do that. And so she sends him off. And then we have another little Easter egg where she says, well, it looks like the next people I have to help is a kid with the flying DeLorean, which, of course, is Back to the Future. So he's like, well, before I do that, I got to send you guys back home. So she says goodbye to the turtles, sends them back, and the turtles appear in front of Splinter and Hattori, and Hattori is now magically better. And they basically share the story of what happened. And then we cut back to in the past, somewhere in Asia. We have it's like question mark BC, but somewhere like during the dinosaur times. And Savanti is trapped in the past once again. And then we also cut to the Omicron Ceti star cluster galactic year 1070. So in some kind of space station or space city surrounded by a bunch of aliens is Chote. So now Chote is no longer like the one guy who stands out, because now he's surrounded by other aliens that look just as weird and stuff as him. And then here was the interesting part. We cut back to 1373, where we have Raphael's proteges waking up, and they say like, Raphael has given our lives new purpose. Let us refine what we have learned from him, and let's seek to learn all we can of the secret arts. We must never mention the strange shelled creatures. In time, others will join us, and we will become a force to be reckoned with. So just as every journey begins with a single step, we shall call ourselves the Foot. So it turns out that Raphael actually created the Foot Clan in this issue. And I was like, okay, that's really cool. So yeah, Raphael, by teaching the two proteges, his moves and his teachings, they later adapted that and took that and created their own clan, the Foot Clan, which is funny because now in the present day, of course, as if we all know, the Foot Clan is enemies with the Turtles. So I thought that was kind of a cool way to end that issue, that it turns out that Raphael actually unknowingly created the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan exists because of him. There we go. That was the end of that little 2-issue arc. And I thought it was good. I liked it. Again, I hope we stick to, no more jumping into the past, no more sci-fi space adventures. I would like to see some present-day Manhattan stuff. But with that said, this was a nice little fun adventure, and I did like that little twist ending about Raphael having created the Foot Clan. I thought that was kind of cool. And again, I like the artwork for this. I like Michael Dooney's artwork for the Turtles. I haven't seen any of his other works, so I don't know how any of that stuff is. But yeah, I like the way he draws his turtles and the characters and stuff. Like his depictions of it is pretty good. But yeah, this was a nice little fun adventure. And I guess now that the Turtles are back in the present, I'm guessing maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, the next story or whatever arc will deal with them, back in Manhattan in the present, and we'll see where that goes. Maybe we'll get a new antagonist. It turns out that it wasn't going to be Savanti Romero, because he's stuck in the past. Then again, he is immortal, so even if he's stuck in the past, he just has to wait until he can, I'm sure he's somewhere around in the present day. But yeah, I thought this was a nice little fun adventure. So there we go. Issue number 47 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Masks Part 2 came out May 1992. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you guys think. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on it. If you guys are interested enough in me continuing by going through volume 2 and stuff like that. We'll see. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see you guys the next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.